Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another THW NHL News and Rumors Rundown. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with the HockeyWriters.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at the Jim Parsons, right down there. We got tons to go through. It is NHL free agency starting tomorrow. The NHL draft just finished. There's so much news and so many things happening today on Friday as we record this that it's going to be hard to cover everything, but we'll do our best to do this in one shot here. Let's start with Tyler Bertuzzi out of the Boston Bruins organization. He has let the team know that he's going to test free agency. Sounded like he wanted to do that when he left the Detroit Red Wings. He's not changed his mind. He's going to be testing free agency. That doesn't mean that it's totally out of the question that he goes back to Boston, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. He's probably going to take the highest money with the highest bidder and the combination of a long-term deal with a high salary cap. So Tyler Bertuzzi probably moving on from the Boston Bruins. He'll test free agency on Saturday. Lots to talk about William Nylander out of Toronto. Pierre LeBrun is reporting that the two sides, Nylander's camp and the Maple Leafs, are not close. The amount of money that he wants is well beyond what Toronto is willing to pay. Now, they haven't set July 1st as a date that really needs to hammer home a final deal here, which means they'd have to do it by Saturday, which is not going to happen. But they are considering the idea of potentially having to go through the trade route, because if they can't find a middle ground here, it is conceivable that he could get moved. So William Nylander and Toronto Maple Leafs are not close, bringing all sorts of trade talk into the equation here. Kailer Yamamoto was traded to the Detroit Red Wings along with Kostin from the Edmonton Oilers. Sounds like the Red Wings are going to sign Kostin. He's no longer negotiating with the KHL. As far as Kailer Yamamoto goes, he's being bought out by the Red Wings. It sounds like the Red Wings wanted to make this work, but they just couldn't figure it out for cap reasons. So he's going to be bought out, become a UFA. There are some whispers here that maybe Edmonton might look at bringing him back. And from what I can tell from my research, it's not against the salary cap. It is not circumvention if the Oilers were to sign him, say for 1 year at $1 million, which I'm sure the Oilers would love to do if Kailer Yamamoto was interested. That doesn't mean he will. He could get offers from other teams here in free agency, so we'll see where this goes. Blake Wheeler, he's being bought out by the Winnipeg Jets. He sent a message to the fans today, thanking them for all their time in Winnipeg. Winnipeg released a statement on his going. It sounds like Wheeler wants to sign somewhere in the East. That's his preference, whether it's the Rangers, the Boston Bruins, the Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes. We don't really know. But he's not really looking at the Western Conference. Doesn't mean he won't, just means his preference is to go to the East. So we'll see where that one winds up, but he's going to be a player that should be very interesting to watch because he's coming off an $8.5 million cap hit, and there's a lot of talk about whether or not he'll take a reduced deal or he's looking for some money here at the age that he's at. Jonathan Quick sounds like he's going to be going to the New York Rangers. Kevin Weeks is reporting that he's going to sign a deal on Saturday. This comes right around the same time that Aiden Hill signs a 2-year extension with the Vegas Golden Knights worth $4.9 million per season. It's a big deal for a guy who played 27 games for the Vegas Golden Knights, but that's what you get when you go through a Stanley Cup run and you're kind of the hero in Las Vegas. And finally, Milan Lucic sounds like he's going to be going back to the Boston Bruins. He was able to talk to teams prior to Saturday, July 1st, and it sounds like that deal is all but worked out. Probably around 1 year, $900K is what Lucic is going to sign to go back to the Bruins. So we got lots more. We got so much coming up here in free agency days. Keep your eyes on the HockeyWriters.com for everything else. And potentially we'll have another video here in the morning, but we'll talk to you folks then. Enjoy free agency, everybody. Hope you have a great one.